and new at noon. A hearing today for a former school resource deputy charged after the Parkland school shooting.
He's accused of not entering the high school building while shooter Nicholas Cruz was inside. Local 10 News reporter Snella Sabovic is live in Fort Lauderdale with what happened. Snella.
Well, Janice and Christy, former school resource officer Scot Peterson, he was at this hearing. This is really the first time that we've seen him in more than a year, and he was emotional following that hearing when he did speak to us here in the hallway. We will have more on that in just a moment, but the purpose of today's hearing was to dismiss some charges. I want to take you straight to video from inside of the courtroom. There are 7 counts of child neglect and a perjury charge that Peterson's attorney, Mike Eiglarsh, wants dismissed. He argues that his client is not a caregiver, an example, a parent, an adult household member, a teacher, and therefore shouldn't be charged with child neglect. He also mentioned that a perjury charge should be dropped, that when Peterson was being questioned about the school shooting that happened at Marjory Stoneman Douglas back in February of 2018, that he was simply stating an opinion on that shooting, such as how many gunshots he heard, not facts. And the prosecutor, meantime, does argue that school resource officers are different than regular police officers, that they are tasked with training civilians, dealing with teachers, that Peterson was tasked with securing the property there, and therefore his role was that of protecting children. Also important to note, Anthony Borges, who was critically injured but survived the school shooting, he was in court today along with his parents and his family's attorney. That attorney did ask for his father to speak in court, that the family has concerns as to why Peterson's hearing was taking long. The judge said that it wasn't appropriate to hear from the family during that particular hearing, but he wasn't opposed to hearing from them in general. Well, that part did make Peterson emotional when he did speak to us outside. He claims that while he was radioing for help, he didn't know where Nicholas Cruz was, and in this surveillance video, you can see he never even entered a building. He faced heavy criticism for not going inside and engaging Cruz. Peterson, again, speaks out today for the first time in more than a year in regards to that fateful day. Take a listen.
I'll never forget that day. Not only kids died, I had friends that died. And never for a second would I sit there and allow anyone to die, knowing an animal was up in that building. Never.
We said as a matter of law, he should never have been charged under a child neglect statute, which holds responsible parents, teachers, kidnappers, babysitters, but not school resource officers. It's very clear in the statute that law enforcement officers do not apply.
So the judge still has to make a decision on whether or not to dismiss these charges. Another calendar hearing for Peterson is scheduled for the end of the year on December 9th. That's the latest here from the Fort Lauderdale courthouse. Snella Sabovic, Local 10 News.